But just as divine providence does not universally exclude evil from things, so also it does not exclude contingency, nor does it impose necessity on things. For it has already been shown that the operation of providence by which God works in things does not exclude secondary causes, but is fulfilled by them insofar as they act by the power of God. Now some effects are said to be necessary or contingent from proximate causes, but not from remote causes. For the fruiting of a plant is a contingent effect due to a proximate cause, which is the germinative force, which can be hindered and failed. Although the remote cause, that is, the sun, is a cause acting by necessity. Therefore, since among the proximate causes there are many things that can fail, not all the effects that are subject to providence will be necessary, but most are contingent. Still, it pertains to divine providence that the degrees of beings which are possible are fulfilled, as is clear from what has been said above. Now being is divided by what is contingent and necessary, and it is by itself a division of being. If then divine providence excluded all contingency, not all the degrees of being would be preserved. Further, the nearer some things are to God, the more they partake of his likeness, and the more distant they are, the more they fall short of his likeness. But those things which are nearest to God are completely immovable, that is, separate substances, which most approach the likeness of God, who is completely immovable. But those things which are next to these, and are moved directly by them, which are always in the same way, retain a certain appearance of immobility, in that they are always moved in the same way, like the heavenly bodies. It follows, then, that those things which result from these things, and are moved by them, are further removed from the immobility of God, so that they are not always moved in the same way. And in this the beauty of order appears, but everything that is necessary as such is always in the same way. He would therefore resist the divine providence. In addition, that which is necessary to be always is, but nothing is ever corruptible. If therefore divine providence requires that all things be necessary, it follows that nothing in things is corruptible, and consequently neither can it be generated. Therefore the whole part of things that are generable and corruptible should be withdrawn from things. That derogates from the perfection of the universe. Still, in every movement there is a kind of generation and corruption, for in that which is moved, something begins and something ceases to be. If, therefore, all generation and corruption were withdrawn, the contingency of things being withdrawn, as has been shown, it follows that motion would also be withdrawn from things and all movable things. Again, the weakening of the power of a substance and its hindrance by some contrary agent is due to some change in it. If then divine providence does not hinder movement from things, neither will the weakening of the power itself be hindered, or hindrance from the resistance of another. But from the weakness of virtue and its hindrance, it happens that a natural thing does not always work in the same way, but sometimes falls short of that which belongs to it according to its nature, so that natural effects do not proceed from necessity. It therefore does not belong to divine providence to impose necessity on things provided. Further, in those things which are duly governed by providence, there must be nothing in vain. Since then it is clear that some causes are contingent from the fact that they can be prevented from producing their effects, it is clear that it would be contrary to the principle of providence that all things should necessarily happen. Therefore, divine providence does not impose necessity on things, universally excluding contingency from things.